Hello everyone, my name is Bradley. I have a broad taste in music, and today I'm listening to the new Waterparks album titled Intellectual Property. Now, Waterparks, I've heard a little bit of Waterparks, specifically been sent in on stream from Legoshi. Now, my response to this was, wow, this sounds like something I really would hate, but for some reason it was so ADHD over the top that, I couldn't help but admire it a little bit. What can I say? The neurodivergent part of me was honestly pretty neutral on it. However, okay? And again, I had no interest in checking out this album. Legoshi was begging and saying, Bradley, you got to listen to this album. You got to listen to this album. Okay, I was like, maybe offline. Okay, but then something all changed. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Spectrum Pulse said, hey, if you're looking for the easiest fucking target in the universe, the new Waterparks album is a fucking genre-bending disaster. Exactly the sort of bullshit you'd have fun with. He basically buried this into the ground, and I was interested. I was like, you know what? If Mark Grondin says that there's something to check out here and that I'm going to hate it, maybe there's going to be some entertainment value here after all. But then, it gets even better, okay? Because we got the Fantano cosign. We got the Fantano cosign as well, saying Mark is coming through clutch as usual. So I'm split between two crossroads here. I have my friends, Legoshi and Paruko, the Waterparks fans. They like quirky music, okay? They like quirky music. And then you got the real serious old head critics who say, well, I don't know. This old garbage is... Or, I'm sorry, this new music's really making the eardrums explode with their genre-bending crap. All right? And so, yeah, today I guess I'm in between the two. The unhappy medium here, as I'm split between two universes. I want to sit at the cool people table with Mark Grondin and Spectrum Pulse. However, my friends here are saying, Bradley, I have a feeling you're going to like this. And let me tell you right now, I'm going to hate this album. You know how it is, you guys. I've changed. You know how it is.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
Except for one thing, okay? Here's the one thing that's important, all right? And this is one thing that I have that none of these other people have, that Spectrum Pulse Fantano doesn't have, okay? I have Legoshi, the walking, talking encyclopedia on this band, who can give me all the information I need about them on all the songs and everything that I could possibly need to know about this album, all right? So it's going to go beyond the quirky and ridiculous sound palette. Legoshi, do you want to say hi?
Hello.
That's Legoshi. Yes. So Legoshi is going to come in and give information about the individual songs and hopefully inform us so that we can have the most proper opinion possible. And then we also have Paruko here. Paruko is, of course, self-claimed as the biggest Waterparks fan. Ah, it's so loud. What the? Hold on. One sec. I forgot to change the thing. But yeah, Paruko has told me that they love this album. And let me tell you right now, okay, Paruko, get this, you guys. Get this, you're not even going to believe this. Paruko enjoys Demon Dice. That's right. I said it. You guys are allowed to react in shock. Okay? So that is completely discrediting. So yeah, they enjoy Demon Dice. Free thinker. Hey! We don't approve of free thinking over here, okay? So you can introduce yourself, Paruko.
Hi, I'm Paruko, Brad. I can't believe you fucked up my introduction. I'm actually a Bori Calliope fan. Thank you very much.
What? Oh, wow. Wow, we're going there, huh? Really putting me on ice? All right, I see how it is. Anyways, you guys, Intellectual Property. Let's actually take a look at this album.
Should I, do the info stuff now, or?
I'll tell you. We're almost there.
Okay.
I'm just finishing up the introduction, and then I'll basically cue you.
Gotcha.
But then after that point, yeah, I think it'll be just after we get to each song, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Yo, C, welcome to the Brad Army, and Henry, welcome to the Brad Army.
Hi, Henry.
Hello.
Intellectual Property is the name of this song, or this album by Waterparks. Oh, whoops, this stuff is above. I gotta move this. Hold on.
I do just want to say this isn't like
Hey!
like,
No
infringement.
talking!
Oh, okay, sorry.
No talking!
It's
I
alright.
can't believe you're silencing the trans woman here.
Okay, listen, all right? It has nothing to do with the fact that you're trans, okay? It has the fact to do with you agree with different musical opinions than me, all right? Let's be honest.
Is
I'm-
it because I like a female artist?
Whoa, hey, hold on a second. I love lots of female artists, okay? All right? Guys, no cameras. Hey, listen. Okay, this is outrageous. This is outrageous. Oh yeah, private session, that's true. I wouldn't be caught dead listening to these guys, okay? I don't care.
I was just gonna say that someone horribly messed up like several of the lyrics on here, so like Spotify has like incorrect lyrics. Just to let you know, some of them have
Well,
like,
it's
loads of
okay cuz the
typos and
lyrics
stuff.
and the information doesn't matter, right?
It does a lot actually.
Guys, just ignore that piece of information, okay? Clearly, much like most other albums, all right? Context doesn't matter, all right? Intellectual property. Okay, intellectual property, 11 songs, it's 30 minutes. Now, this thing is probably going to go by like the snap of a finger, or it's probably going to be very much a suffering listen as the only feature on this album is Black Bear, okay? Paruko, what do you think of the only feature here being Black Bear on a song called Fuck About It?
I mean, I don't usually like Black Bear.
Yeah,
but
that's what I
actually,
thought,
we
okay?
have
And
to
Paruko
go-
says it's terrible, okay?
Shut the fuck up. Stop trying to speak over women. You're mansplaining right now.
Oh my god, guys, please, no cameras, all right? These guys are clearly more part of the Melanie Fartinez fan base.
Brad, some people in chat are saying that me and Paruko are kind of quiet. Like I've got my volume up for like my input, so I don't know if it is on your end or something.
I'm turning you guys up right now.
Okay.
All right, try now.
Hello, testing.
That's
Do
a
I
lot
sound
better.
okay now, chat?
Brad's playing. Hey, no cameras. No. There we go. All right. So yeah, Legoshi, take it away.
Okay. So yeah, this is the band's fifth album. As has been the case for a while now, this is a concept record. The band kind of has like an ongoing. I don't want to say story because it's not in the sense of 21 Pilots where it's like mythos and characters and stuff, but it's like a kind of ongoing plot which is parallel to the real life experiences of the band's vocalist. Their first album, released in 2016, is like a really like outgoing and optimistic and hopeful record that is to do with like finding love and that like carrying him through a dark time. It experiences like gaining traction in the music industry after grinding away in the underground for years.
That one's
And
called
it's
Double
not
Dare, right?
yeah. All of their albums are color themed because of the frontman's synesthesia, and like the colors tie into the central themes and emotions of the record. So the first album's yellow, second is purple, third is green. Fourth one is an exception because it's blue, red, and yellow all at once, and then this new one is red primarily. Second album, Entertainment, is a bit. It's kind of like Terminator 2 in a way. It like picks up where the first one leaves off and is a complementary piece to it. It's more melancholic and moody, has more kind of like 80s inspired electronic work.
What do you have
and
to
kind
say
of has,
about
like-
Kid Rock saying he doesn't see color?
Uh,
I'm sorry to hear that he's colorblind.
Okay.
Yeah, the second album like kind of implies that things are going poorly behind the scenes in terms of relationships and just life experiences, and then that culminates on the third album, Fandom, which is basically a criticism of toxic online stan culture and stuff, including of their own fan base at times. And
Legacy,
draws parallels.
you've sent me a song
between-
off of Fandom before. I forgot what it sounded like. Is there like a difference in the sound of all these albums? Like,
Yeah, absolutely. The first two are kind of like pop punk meets synth pop. The third one is kind of like all over the place electronic pop rock. The fourth one is like bits of hyperpop, bits of industrial, bits of electronic stuff, and then this fifth one is kind of like expanding on that again. The third album is like it draws parallels between like online fandom toxicity and being in an abusive relationship, which was happening to the band's vocalist Austin at the time of recording. He was cheated on and such. album four. This album like takes place like explores the idea of being stuck in a ongoing cycle of grief and emotional abuse that just repeats endlessly. The fourth album, Greatest Hits, which is not actually a Greatest Hits, is a regular album, is kind of like a very introspective and introverted album, despite how bombastic and explosive it sounds, and it's to do with like being stuck in a dream where you kind of have to confront your inner self, and that's why the album, unlike their others, is focused around multiple color themes at once for the synesthesia aspect and other things. And it kind of ends on like a cliffhanger note where this dream sequence comes to an end, and the waking world is arguably even worse than this nightmare of like self-confrontation. So that leads up to
you've sent
intellectual
me
property.
so you've sent me songs on Greatest Hits before. What was my opinion on them overall, if you had to say?
I remember sending them in, and like when they would come up on stream, you would say, "Oh God, not this band," and then like you'd hit play, and by the end you were like, "Hey, it's not bad actually." So I think there was one or two that you were kind of just like mid on, but there were none that you like explicitly said that sucks. And generally, you were like, "Hey, even if it's not my favorite thing, I get where they're going, what they're doing with this, and like I see an appeal." So, um,
That's a lie, by the way, guys. Don't write that down. Okay, I did not enjoy this album at all, or anything from this album. And how would you say that being British and a furry has to do with you lying about my reception on this Greatest Hits album?
absolutely everything, no shame.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay,
intellectual property. Okay.
Intellectual Property is a new album. This is a concept record which centers around religious guilt, religious trauma, insecurities in terms of how that indoctrination kind of thing can affect the way that you perceive yourself, experience love and relationships and sexuality. And it's just kind of about like finding and losing faith over and over again in like really dangerous and dark ways.
I'm sorry. I'll be honest with you. I was so distracted by someone saying "fueled by ramen," and then I started. Okay, so can you start over? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
it's my bad.
This new album is a concept album about religious trauma, and like how being brought up in that kind of lifestyle and the indoctrination that comes from it kind of affects your perception of yourself, the way that you experience relationships, love, sexuality, and the guilt that comes from them. The title is kind of like there's like 3 layers to the title because I mean everyone knows what the idea of intellectual property is. So there's an aspect of like religion itself as an intellectual property of someone because it's just a created fictional thing, one might argue. There's the aspect of being madly obsessed with someone to the point that you want to be on their mind all the time and be their literal intellectual property. And like there's also the idea of it being, in a very word for word sense, this mental real estate within which you break down and experience things. The frog on the cover is
it's
a
very
visual...
poisonous frog. It looks like.
Yeah, it's a poison dart frog. The frog represents, I guess, 2 main things. So the first one is in the Bible, frogs are a symbol of like sin, impurity, uncleanliness. But frontman Austin says that like they're his favorite animal, and he always found that like interesting and how that conflicted with like his religious upbringing and experiences with that. And also it kind of embodies the law of attraction, which is what you give is what you get, and also what you get is what you give, vice versa. Because a poison dart frog is naturally not poisonous. They only generate poison because of the things that they eat and consume. So it's to do with like how nature versus nurture, your surroundings and experiences like affect you. So
I'm surprised
like
only one person says one person who regularly says lore is boring. I actually found that to be quite fascinating. I actually was able to follow along, and that makes perfect sense. All the symbolism seems to tie to very real things, and it almost comes together less as a over the top and preachy message, more as just an association of things. Which
so
I like.
The frog is a stand-in in a way for Austin in the album. And like it being blue is because that's been a color he's associated with himself many times throughout the discography, again with the whole color theory thing. But the reason the main album's color theme is red, which is surrounding it, is because red is like a really
instruments and
dynamic
play
color
the
in color theory
music.
because you can interpret it as meaning anger or aggression, but you can also interpret it as being like sensual, romantic, sexual, or even paranoid and unhinged. So it's kind of him placing himself within this mental real estate, the intellectual property of religion and its grips on his psyche and how those things influence him and his behavior and his experiences. So, yeah.
I mean, honestly, that makes sense. There's someone who says this band seems incredibly pretentious. You know what's so funny is it really doesn't seem like you have to go too far and beyond to come to these conclusions. Like it just seems, and this is one thing you were talking about, how like when you are just describing this band or just stuff in general that the bands are doing, because people don't like how the music sounds, they completely discredit the artist and don't believe that there could be anything deeper to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I thought that was actually
Yeah.
quite easy to follow along with and associate, and I don't think it was all too difficult. So I do appreciate that. I appreciate the context. So let's get into the album itself. So intellectual property. First song, Starfucker. What do you have to say about this song?
So the album is in some ways in three little bits. There's the first two tracks, which kind of serve as like a prologue. Then there's tracks 3 to 10, and then there's track 11, which is like an epilogue. These first two tracks kind of start the story with the end of another. It kind of Starfucker explores the idea of like abandoning faith or feeling so far gone in like your own self-doubt and sin that even God and Jesus, who like, are depicted as like always forgiving and always welcoming, don't want anything to do with you and won't respond to your prayers. And that being compared to like being taken advantage of in like the music world with the idea of a starfucker who's someone who sleeps with celebrities just for status and experience. It is this like really frantic track, and it kind of like says goodbye to this religious faith or potentially a person that represents like an almost religious like experience, and then transitions into real super dark, which is kind of like
Let's take it one at a time.
yeah.
Yeah, let's get to there when we get
yeah.
to there. So,
That's
Starfucker.
fair.
All right. So, Paruko, what would you say about Starfucker, considering that you wish to have relations with Calliope Mori?
I would fuck a star. Also, I don't wish to have relations with Calliope Mori. My girlfriend is actually Hatsune Miku, thank you very much.
Oh my god. I can't with these weebs! Okay. Starfucker, here we go.
Yo, imagine an album starting with this.
Okay, I'm gonna have to stop it there. I already don't like this album. I'm just gonna say that. So an album starting with someone explaining how an album should start. See, I'm gonna be honest with you. No matter how this album started, I was going to complain. All right, let's get that out of the way. But
also, just keep in mind again, like I said before, there are some like very random typos and upload errors in the lyrics here.
Okay,
Most of them
okay.
are right, but there are some that are just very wrong.
understood.
Breath, really driving shit.
I'm gonna move out of my loft and into a limousine, so I could drive you fucking crazy and crash out where I sleep. Yeah, Jesus Christ, don't text me back.
Oh god. Okay.
I'll always be around, in fact. I'm climbing up to your window now, running back to you at the speed of sound. It's nice to meet you. It's been a pleasure. It's nice to meet you. It's been a pleasure. It's nice to meet you. It's been a pleasure. It's nice to meet you. Maybe I'm a soul sucker, but you're just a starfucker. I signed somebody's NDA. I'll go away, but I'll wait. Such a fucking weird. Bet you wouldn't ask me to do that, but this time next year you can have my face, but save me for a rainy day and don't go two ways. I don't wanna be toxic, I just wanna be honest. This shit hits like a comet.
Put it on.
I put the new 40s on the G.
Yeah, it just hurts 'cause I wanna. It's been a pleasure. It's nice to meet you. It's been a pleasure. It's nice to meet you. It's been a
picture that, but like right before things go dark.
Okay, so there's clearly some lore going on there. I kind of immediately despised how poppy and preppy this whole thing sounded. Thought the vocals, like, I'm telling you, man, this pop punk sound already gives me the heebie-jeebies, but I gotta say, it is amplified on this song until it's not, in which case it's got a nice little moving beat, and then it kind of fades out. For me, maybe not the best hooking for someone like me. It's a shrug. I'd like a re-explanation of whatever went on. I felt like I just got whiplash from your explanation and what I just experienced, Legoshi, and then we could hear why Paruko thinks that pile of garbage is good.
So, like, I mean, the track opens up with like sounds of like bells and thunder, which is kind of supposed to like invoke like the idea of like heaven and stuff. And then there's the whole "Jesus Christ won't text me back" line, as if to imply like being too far gone that even God wants nothing to do with you, and it kind of like compares it to a toxic relationship. Like at the end, again, there's that like completely messed up line on Spotify, but the final line of the song is "What you give is what you get." That's the law of attraction. So it's to do with like the whole idea of taking advantage of and of something or being taken advantage of. In this case, the whole religious themes and like that coinciding with the antithetical like sexual sinful themes of Starfucker as a figure, as like what that means. And yeah, anything else?
No, Paruko, what are your thoughts on the track?
I think it's just a good track. I think it's fun. I think you're just a hater. And I think you just have wrong opinions.
Wow. Okay, let's see where it goes from here. Real super dark. How does this continue, Legoshi?
So yeah, that is like a really brief intro that's kind of like really it's like an in media res kind of opening that before you even get a chance to breathe sets up this next song with "Picture That Before Things Get Dark" as that little vocal sample at the end. So this track is kind of like a mental breakdown in song form, and it's just to do with completely snapping and going unhinged as a result of like being sick of being taken advantage of and abandoned in your time of need by people, and just going completely nuts in a way. It's kind of playful in like a sarcastic and bitter way that's like lashing out in resentment for being manipulated by other people and things. And yeah, it kind of just speaks for itself and is like it's very much about the vibe of the song.
All right. Yeah, let's jump into it. Real Super Dark is track 2 on this album.
DJ Khaled, we the best. Who we know. Manager.
Oh, you mean Pesci? He's fucking busy. Cause I just drove through it. Hey, on my brand new jet ski. So leave some tears after the. It's New Zealand selling.
Oh my god. I'm getting 21 Pilots flashbacks, dude. Vietnam War flashbacks. As a former church kid who's still healing from psychological damage it left with me, I love music that explores religious trauma and really wanted to like this, but I don't know, man. It's very in your face. It's so in your face immediately. I gotta say. Oh yeah, it does sound like Ford Truck Month.
Doesn't.
You need a truck that's built tough like you. I'm talking the new Ford Thunder. The Ford Thunder comes with 150 horsepower.
DJ Khaled!
Everybody's proud of me, but when they try and tell me volumes muted like this. Therapy's not working, I don't understand, so I just like to play tennis. This is even embarrassing and everyone's freaking me out. I wake up and I'm loving it down.
You need a truck that's built tough like you. I'm talking the new Ford Thunder.
gets real super dark around the edge of my heart, around the edge of my heart. It gets real fucking dark around the edge of my heart, around the edge of my heart.
Go.
Bro, what the hell did I just listen to? Paruko! Paruko!
Yeah.
Get over here. Explain yourself.
This is not for truck month music. You're just
It doesn't even
dumb.
sound close.
How is that not, bro? You need to chuck this built up.
Oh
like
my
you-
god. Drums equals truck music. Wow.
I'll just
because
let
you
the
drive a
audience
truck
decide on that one.
everywhere you go. I'm not trusting your audience.
Anyways, I saw red headphones. I thought that was worse than the intro. I thought that. See, and here's the thing: is I actually understand the lyrical themes, but I think that the execution is so botched. It is so over the top. It's like they lost the plot somewhere along the line, and then the extremely heart-wrenched lines just come off as extremely like kind of like seasoning something that is just a pile of salt. You know,
the over the topness is kind of the intent, because like if you like didn't go like 11 out of 10 all in with this, it would flop. But like the whole point is it's so unashamedly just what is going on that like it works. It's just such a strong song that really just immediately grabs you.
I'm gonna have to just disagree. I personally, I believe that the shouting of "there's dark edge around my heart" is not a line that it's not a line that needed to exist for the context of this song.
The thing is, the idea is that like the title of the song and the initials RSD is kind of supposed to be a play on RSD is a mental condition, which is rejection sensitive dysphoria. That's
as someone with
so.
as someone with RSD, that song triggered my my RSD. That's what that felt like. That felt like it was actively trying to disown me. It was so it was like Dysphoria the musical.
Dysphoria the musical?
Yeah, it was like it was pushing me away.
I mean, that's kind of the intent, because the song is like lashing out at everything. So
I didn't like. I mean, I'll just say let's move
That's
on.
okay.
Funeral Grey. Let's move on to
That's
Funeral
okay.
Grey. It's a red headphones for me.
Dog.
So, yeah. So those first two tracks are kind of like a prologue that like ends off where things last were, and then establishes what's about to happen, which is the story arc of this album. With the title "Funeral Grey" and also lyrics in the song that make reference to like baptism, there's a whole aspect of like being born again and having like a fresh start. And the song implies that he is meeting someone who kind of like restores his happiness and optimism in the world in an almost like religious manner, and like makes him just instantly feel compelled to do whatever they say and just be subject to their desires, even if it comes at his own expense, and then potentially like luring him into things that are red flags, but being kind of like complacent towards it. And yeah, that also the two songs that follow it kind of like expand on that. It's like honeymoon phase section of the album in a way, with these underlying bits of darkness.
All right, here we go. Funeral Grey. Bro.
11 p.m. she walked
Bro, someone just said, I swear to God, someone just said this. I swear, I'll smack the next person who calls this pop punk right before this song started. I mean, come.
This is the only like pop punk song on the album, to be fair. So
This is the most pop punk song I might have ever heard, and it's like 7 seconds in. Like everything about this screams, this is pop punk.
in with the friends and now I'm tripping off the deep end.
Oh, the auto tune. Oh my God.
So call me a lift or a black hearse, cause I know you'll make my head spin, yeah. And I said, what's your favorite color? She pointed at her waist.
What?
Said that's not a color, it's a shade. She said don't disagree with me, and then she walked away. I didn't get her name, I can't explain the look on her face. She
I heard the
was sweating,
feedback.
so
I'm a poser with the guitar.
and now it's killing me. I just want you to be my next mistake, and I'm gonna make it. She wore a sweater in summer weather. She wore a sweater, it was funeral.
You don't get it? This is actually music that you actually hear, you know, driving your car, you hear another person playing it. That's called real music.
I worked my
3
whole life
a.m.
for
She
this.
walked in, took a hit. I said that shit is gonna kill
I mean,
you.
I seen so many roadblocks.
She kinda smiled and she blew it in my face and said, well, now you're gonna die too.
Okay, I get what you're saying where there's red flags and he actively decides to ignore them, but I gotta say, man, what the fuck am I listening to?
How so? Like,
Said that you could call me.
I feel like I'm chewing on 2 pounds of bubble gum, is what it feels like.
that's the point, because it's like
That's
disguising
the
this,
point,
like,
but this I
toxicity
hate the sound of
on
this
the-
shit.
under like a layer of sugariness.
Oh, what's up, Ned?
And she rolled her
Hi, Ned.
eyes. And then she said, I know your dying wishes to be baptized in my spit. And then she walked away. I didn't get her name. I can't explain the look on her face. She wore a sweater in summer weather. She wore a sweater, it was funeral gray. And now it's killing me. I just want you to be my next mistake. And I'm gonna
It sounds bad, but that's the point, is both how Legoshi defends Waterparks and how Brad defends Swans. Wow. Chaotic
At least
neutral
it's-
over here.
Yeah, at least it's balanced.
She wore a sweater in summer weather. She wore a sweater, it was funeral gray. Fly away, I'm mountain for you. Fly away, I'm mountain for you. She walked away, I didn't get her name, I can't explain the look on her face. She wore a sweater in summer weather. She wore a sweater, it was funeral gray, and now it's killing me. I just want you to be.
Brad, I'm really confused. I think if 100 Gex did this, you'd give it a lot more credit. What's the difference between the two in the case? You know, you
True.
do actually make a decent point here, and I think that one thing about 100 Gex that I really enjoy is I think that they take the sound to an extreme, like in a more. Oh, man, I get okay. So I do understand what you're saying, and I will say that there are points of this song that I do enjoy. Like when I am able to actually look past the very over-exaggerated singing, and I hear something like, she wore a sweater in summer weather, and I get the point of like, you know, like you're saying, red flags, or there's something weird about this person, but still falling for them. I kind of like that. But I personally, fuck, how do I say this? I don't have the musical intelligence to answer a question like that. For some reason, 100 Gex clicks the right buttons for me, and this doesn't. I don't
And that's
know.
why I'll
someone-
be a better critic than you are.
I guess so. I'm not based. I don't get it either. But this just
As someone who
immediately is so
likes both
repulsive
bands-
to me.
As someone who likes both bands, I don't know. I feel like this does the same thing in different ways, because 100 Gex take it in like a more manic way, and then this is like also equally exaggerated, but like at least in the context of the song, because the album is going to change, obviously. it
Hold
is
on, hold on,
equally
hold on.
over the top, but
Because
in a sugary
100
way.
Gex would do it with more interesting production and with 10,000 layers of irony. So I think that there is a level of irony to what Waterparks does, and you'd probably agree with that, Legoshi, right?
No.
No?
Well, I mean, like, where would you say that's the case?
Because no one makes music like this with a straight face.
Oh no, they do.
Okay, well
Like-
then that answers my question. Okay, well there you go. Because 100 Gex know that this style is at a surface level tacky, and if you're gonna pull it off, you need to really just blow it out of
Well,
proportion and do it
that's what I
ironically.
admire about the band, because like they don't really care about the fact that people often disregard music like this. They're just kind of like, if you like it, here you go, and if you don't, well, that's, you know, we're not making music for that crowd anyways. We're just going to do what we can and do it the best that we can. And I think that that's a really admirable approach.
All right, Paruko, explain. Why do you like this, and why is MGK your favorite artist?
I've only heard like one MGK album, and I thought it was mid. Don't gaslight me, you bitch.
Also, anyone in chat saying this sounds like MGK has not listened to MGK in their
Bro,
life.
this
That's all I'm
sounds
saying.
like the style MGK was ripping off. That's what it sounds like to me.
Where? It's so much more like synthy and glittery and stuff than anything he's done.
Bro, this sounds like a slightly more updated version of Blink-182.
No, it doesn't. As someone who's listened to the entire Blink-182 discog, there's like no Blink-182 songs I could compare this to.
Okay. All right, let's finish the song. Let's finish the song. Sounds like Sum 41. So here's the thing is, again, I actually like what it's going for lyrically, and I do understand where it's coming from, but I think that even with the explanation you gave, this shit comes off to me as still very cliche and uninteresting, with a very over-the-top pop sound palette that gets me feeling like I want to throw up. It's a strong red headphones.
I do really like what Hafa said in chat, which is 100 Gex doesn't like the term guilty pleasure. They say their songs are silly, but they're 100% serious about everything they make. So that's kind of like the same approach here.
Then throw up.
Hey, look. All right. I feel like I'm being gaslit, okay, by my own head right now, and I don't appreciate that, and I'm blaming you guys. All right. 100 Gex is good. Waterparks bad. Okay. That's what the internet says, so that's what's true. All right. What do you have to say about that, Paruko?
The internet's wrong.
The internet's wrong?
Yeah. I mean, the internet thinks Black Midi is a good band, so they're wrong about a lot of things.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's Legoshi is Black Midi and Black Country New Roads like biggest haters, right?
Those
Hey,
bands
don't say it about
suck.
me.
They have no integrity.
I hate Black Midi. Hellfire was horrible.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's getting heated. Oh man. At least I could be right about that. That you guys are wrong about that. At least I feel good on one front. You got some people shouting bass though. I'm telling you, you guys might be the silent majority.
I'm just saying, to tie in with the religious themes of this album, they hated Jesus, but he spoke the truth.
Oh my god. Okay, all right. Next song, "Brainwashed," which let me guess, has to do with the church.
In aspects, yeah, because it kind of presents like this person that he's falling for from Funeral Grey, because it is like a sort of sequel track, as a stand-in for like, you know, luring him in and manipulating him into like thoughts and lifestyles and aspects of behavior that even he himself is kind of like, I can't stop. I don't know if this is natural, but it feels good, so I'm just going to kind of let it overtake me because I'm deprived of like love or companionship to the point that I'm desperate for something to look up to and believe in again, as like a stand-in for the religious belief that I've lost. And
what do you have to say to Megatron's comment? There have been zero mention of waters or parks.
There's a song called "End of the Water" coming up, so you know. Stay tuned.
You go. Stay tuned. You got to stick around for that, water park fans.
Wait, but where are the parks?
Parks is we're sitting here parked in Discord listening to this album. There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, so like the song also kind of implies.
DJ
Oh, sorry. I'll let it play now.
What's up, hello, I'm trying to meet ya. Shocked at the words coming from my tongue, a language that I'm not familiar. Oh, so take it away, I wanna play, where did the time fly? What if I play, hoping you'll stay into the daylight? Wait, what am I saying? I feel insane. It's only been a couple days. I'm having the same thoughts, can't stop thinking you got me brainwashed. I'm see-through, need you. Why do I think you're so cool? Everything's clean except for my thoughts, thinking about me getting you off. It's been a week, I'm still at your house. I don't wanna leave, it's freaking me out. I don't wanna leave, it's freaking me out. why am I acting like that? My day's fucked till you finally run a text back. I put some extra on my laugh when you say things. Are you really that funny, or am I hallucinating? Like, I'm slipping away, living the life, open the floodgates. Give me my space, give me your face at the same time. It's like my brain isn't mine, you moved into my mind. Drop your bags to the point, now I'm having the same thoughts. Can't stop thinking you got me brainwashed. I'm see-through, need you. Why do I think you're so cool? Everything's clean except for my thoughts. Thinking about me, getting you off. It's been a week, I'm still at your house. I don't wanna leave, it's freaking me out. I don't wanna leave, it's freaking me out.
Oh. I've had a really, really messed up week. Yeah, that's what it's reminding me of.
This engine feels Stockholm. I'm like, do you wanna keep me on lock though, yeah? Symmetrical feelings match best when we're staring at the ceiling. This engine feels Stockholm. I'm like, do you wanna keep me on lock though, yeah? Symmetrical feelings match best when we're staring at the ceiling. I'm having the same thoughts, can't stop thinking you got me brainwashed. I'm see-through, need you. Why do I think you're so cool? Everything's clean except for my thoughts. Thinking about me, getting you off. It's been a week, I'm still at your house. I don't wanna leave, it's freaking me out. I don't wanna leave, it's freaking me out.
You know, that one actually made a decent amount of sense, and I still feel like I'm not in love with everything. Oh, yeah, you know what it did remind me of, actually? Hold on, wait a second. That's right, it's this! This crap.
Charlie, be quiet, don't make a sound. You got to lower the noise a little bit now. If she
How?
knows you're in love,
Just the Charlie Be Quiet thing. That was it. That was the one part.
Charlie, be quiet, don't make a sound. You got to lower the noise.
I don't know. That
I
one
don't
little
hear it.
segment. Hey! You guys don't get it, okay? I'm a genius.
Yeah,
I
I
could've
really
made,
don't.
I'm a genius.
get
I could have
music.
made Donda. Okay?
Okay, then go make Donda.
Okay, anyways. You don't hear it either. Hey! Okay. Just with... Okay, so this song, I will say, is probably my favorite so far. And the reason being is it had the least that was repulsive. Like, I understood the sound, mostly because I understand the 2000s sound quite a bit, and it seemed to be a reflection of that. To where I'm actually able to follow along with what's going on. However, at the same time, this 1975-esque edgy way of writing things just gets me so, like... I can't take
see
it.
the 1975 lyricism comparison, because this is a lot less shrouded in like postmodernism than their lyrics.
Dude. Okay, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that statement, but okay. Can someone back me up here that can someone say at least they saw a little bit of 1975 here? Just a little bit.
Dude,
So now
your chat is
you're
gonna
getting
back
your...
you up because like they hate the 1975 and hate this, so they just want any chance to shit on
Hey,
both.
don't
But,
shit
like,
on-
You're just
No,
gonna get the drones
muted.
in your chat to agree with you now, aren't you? You know they're gonna find a chance to suck up to you.
Oh my god. Okay, a lot of people are saying no at least. All right, see, look at that, and that proves Legoshi's wrong, which proves my point the entire time is that Legoshi is wrong. Okay, end of story, guys. It's over. The argument's over. It's a shrug. I didn't hate it. Same with like some of the other songs you sent me in on stream from like their other album or whatever. It's like the overall product is not that boring, which I think honestly is all I could really ask for. I think that before it was just too off the deep end for me personally in terms of the sound. But this one, I think, at least pulls it back enough to where I'm actually able to enjoy it as just a catchy tune. So, yeah, I thought it was all right. These vocal inflections give me anxiety. Next song, Two Best Friends. All right, Legoshi, you know what to do.
So, this little like trilogy of songs that's underway at the moment comes to an end with this one. this song is kind of like being a lot more open and admitting to, oh, I'm kind of getting the vibe something's not right here, because like if I'm so like obsessed and devoted to you in this almost like faith-like manner, how come I continuously feel isolated and neglected by you? So just going off to like spend time with friends to try and take your mind off that, but then being unable to because everything that you do, everywhere you go, kind of reminds you of the guilt and like emotional trauma and stuff that ties back into this whole thing. And it just kind of like there's a line about like getting romantically and sexually involved with people and it just tasting wrong, and like that kind of like being an allusion to the whole religious guilt that comes from like doing those kind of experiences or trying to assert yourself outside of the rules of that stuff. So yeah, the instrumental here is like a lot more stripped down and minimal to kind of like it kind of like goes full in on the sugariness again, but
Oh no.
the instrumental is more basic in a way that it kind of shows like a faltering of the confidence of the like
All right.
emotions and
I
stuff.
gotta. Again, I gotta get through this album in the next hour, so gotta stop you there.
I'm trying to turn my mind off, but I don't know where to go when the night's long. Yeah, with the blinds drawn and the lights off, I could have pictured your body in a lineup. Now I'm sick of waiting on you to call when you're out every night. And I'm sick of playing it cool and baby, where we at? I wanna die. So I went out with my two best friends, tried anything not to think of ya. It didn't work and I feel like shit. Wake up tomorrow and try again. I went out with my two best friends, tried
Yes,
anything
hello.
not to
I was
think
wondering if
of
you
ya.
could play that
It didn't
song
work
again.
and I feel like shit. Wake
The one
up
that
tomorrow
goes,
and try again, yeah.
Oh man, the sound of this one gives me major heebie-jeebies.
You hit back with the syntax. You treated my heart like a handbag. So now I'm solo when the night's cold. Yeah, I kissed a couple people, but they taste wrong. You know, I'm sick of waiting on you to call when you're out every night. And I'm sick of playing it cool and baby, really, I wanna die. So I went out with my two best friends, tried anything not to think of ya. It didn't work and I feel like shit. Wake up tomorrow and try again. I went out with my two best friends, tried anything not to think of ya. It didn't work and I feel like shit. Wake up tomorrow and try again, yeah.
DJ Khaled, we the best.
I went
We
out with my two best friends, tried anything not to think of ya. It didn't work and I feel like shit. Wake up tomorrow and try again. I went out with my two best friends, tried anything not to think of ya. It didn't work and I feel like shit. Wake up tomorrow and try again.
I'm just saying, if you don't like that song, you're homophobic.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah, of
100%.
course.
I'm feeling
The proof is in the pudding, I'm just saying.
I'm just kidding. That sucked. I hated that. Red headphones and Soul Steel.
Well,
In my personal opinion, I thought that that was the most nauseating sounding of the album so far. It sounded... Wow, how do I even describe this? It's like I feel like I'm at gunpoint, like no matter what I'm going to say is going to get shut down. But I'll give a visual demonstration of the... Fuck, what do I say? How do I say this? Because I'm trying to think, because it made me physically ill and it made me angry, but like neither of these things are criticisms, right? So I'm like, What am I so angry at? Well, the thing that I'm angry at is also hard to describe, as it comes down to the attitude while singing sounding like something I want to stomp on. The whole, like, but at the same time, it's like, it feels so all over the place, but it's supposed to be serious, but it's also supposed to be sounding like, it's so over the top, but it's like that's supposed to be the point, and it just gives me a fucking headache. So I'm going to just let Paruko come in and explain why Paruko loves that song.
You're just insecure because you know you're homosexual, and that, you know, this song was just calling you out.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, that song was dog shit. Okay, Legoshi, you like furries, and Paruko, I'm pretty sure that you live in the UK. Okay, both of you guys probably live in the UK. All right. Which
Shut the fuck up. I'm Canadian, bitch.
Oh. All right. Well, I live in America. All right, where real men live. Okay. Hey, stop spamming gay flags. Okay. Shoo.
Gay pride.
Okay. All right. Next song, "End of the Water." Feel.
Yeah, so the album begins to take a tonal shift here. Like, those 3 songs are kind of like a little mini trilogy of tracks, which, you know, imagery is like Holy Trinity type stuff, because the number 3 is very prevalent on this album in the lyrics. This one is kind of like an attempt to, it's denial, if anything. It's really ethereal and like just heavenly sounding in terms of the electronic aspects of this track, but then it goes down to earth and the verses that feel a lot more grounded and like straightforward. And it's just kind of like pleading and begging. There's 2 ways you can interpret the lyrics in this one. On one hand, it's like Austin trying to plead with this person or thing that he's obsessed with, to no longer neglect him and be distant from him, but to be there for him when he needs it. And on the other hand, it's almost as though that person or thing is being manipulative towards him and trying to convince him, despite all the things that they're luring him into, which are bad, to continue following along.
All right, "End of the Water." Here we go.
If you feel it, then I feel it too. If you believe me, I could be
Bro.
your truth. If you feel it, then I feel it too. If you need me, all I need is you. Wait, why? We ghost each other for a week at a time, both waiting for each other to reply. My plans are not a bother. I can't even call you, let alone call you mine. I can be nonchalant if that's what you really want, but I'm just glad you and I are alive at the same time. If you feel it, then I feel it too. If you believe me, I could be your truth. If you feel it, then I feel it too. If you need me, all I need is you. We can't take back what we never gave, and that distance keeps.
Brad can't relate to this album because it's happy. Bro, this thing is so nauseatingly happy. It's just the sound of it's like a sped up version of what is it? Oh, wait, what is that song? It's like, fuck. It has like the same drum beat.
Safe, but nobody told me it's safe. It's so lonely now. I'm checking DMs again till I'm thinking about your face instead. It's
Kid Laroi.
in my head. Why can't we act like you and I are alive at the same time? If you feel it, then I feel it too.
Oh my
If you
god.
believe it, I could be
You turn me on like a light switch. No.
If you feel it, then I feel it too.
Hold on. Let me look this up real quick.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
convinced that everyone in chat
Waterparks-
has never actually listened to pop punk and is like making these comparisons based on reading something but never listening to it, because some of y'all are making like the biggest reaches I've seen in my life. It's hilarious.
I'm just saying, Waterparks could have made T-Pab, but Kendrick couldn't have made Greatest Hits.
Brad, lesbian
true.
here. I give you the pass to hate. Oh, thank you. Wow. What do you have to say about that, Paruko and Legoshi, huh?
Trans lesbian here. I, give you the pass to not hate.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Oh, shit. Wait, I don't have to hate this anymore? Oh,
Nope.
that was a lot of pressure. Oh, I can enjoy this. I can enjoy it now, you guys.
Do you need it? Cause I need it too. Do you feel it? Cause I feel it too. And do you need it? Cause I need it too.
Oh my god!
You know, a little bit of living, a little bit of loving, a little bit of kissing, a little bit of hugging, you know?
My fucking ears. I hated that. Red headphones. I thought the singing was absolutely horrible.
You know, I'm glad that you keep giving it the rating which shares the color with the album to show how much you endorse it.
Yeah, I endorse it. This album is red for a good reason. And it's got a poisonous frog for a good reason as well. Avoid at all costs. Do not approach. Paruko! Paruko,
Yes?
what is your defense towards the singing here? Brad, I'm
What's your
trans,
defense
bi, and
towards-
Asian. This album is a 10. Oh, damn, the trifecta. Anyways.
I'm trans, lesbian, and Asian, and Hispanic.
Oh my god, dude. That's the Uno reverse right there.
Also, yeah, that's Curtis Connor at the end of the song for anyone asking in chat.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
Brad,
A little bit of
I'm just gonna say this,
Oh, yeah.
after hearing your opinions on this album, your existence is a red headphones, and the red headphones is because you're alive.
Okay, Paruko, I think we're gonna hang you up off this call. I think that you've had enough in the spotlight. Let me just.
Hey, no.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, you want to rephrase that?
You can't silence the trans woman here.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh god, guys, put away the cameras! Put away the cameras! Hey, no cameras! Okay. Oh, there are no cameras. Okay, good. Whew. That scared me for a second there. All right, let's keep moving before. No cameras.
That's what I'm feeling.
Next song, Self-Sabotage, which I felt like should have been the name of the previous song, as that really was self-sabotage of the album for how awful that song sounded. Legoshi, go ahead.
Okay, just quickly, I do want to say, like, I said it before, but anyone in chat saying I'm reaching, this is all stuff that the band have said is true. This, like, I'm not reaching or making up anything that isn't already known about this album, so, yeah. Okay. Anyways, so this next track, Self-Sabotage, kind of goes back to the whole law of attraction theme of the album, in that it's Austin feeling as though all of the, like, neglect and, like,
The
being
band
dragged
is
about and-
reaching.
So he's kind of like being all sorry, I lost my train of thought then. Yeah, so he's like saying, I feel as though all of this negativity that's surrounded me, the abuse which has been sent like upon me in the events of the previous albums, and also on this one with this person who is like a stand-in for religion, just dragging him about, is now reflecting through his own behavior as he himself is becoming distant and neglectful to people who care about him, and he feels as though he's becoming just as bad of a person as they are to him, and he's just terrified of that, and is like consciously aware that he's self-sabotaging himself, his relationships, his own life, and just desperate to like escape from this thing that just a few songs ago he was madly in love with and wanted to just go all in on.
Legoshi only likes this because it hates religion. You guys.
Well, I do have a lot of real experience
Whoa,
with
whoa,
religious
hey.
drama.
We have lots
So-
of Christian and watchers that we respect all of. Isn't that right, guys? We respect all our Christian viewers, the 33% of all people in the world who we don't want to make into not fans of the channel.
How am I
Alright, so when are you gonna
trolling?
respect your Asian viewers?
Oh well, Asian viewers don't matter anymore. Does that?
Somebody-
Oh, hey,
Viewers.
well, hold on a second. Hey, listen. Okay, this is not what it sounds like. Hey, listen. Okay, look, you guys. My words have been misinterpreted. You gotta believe me. You gotta understand me. Yo, call my lawyer. Call my lawyer. Hey.
I've
Brett.
seen people in chat asking if I'm trolling or like baiting or anything, and like I do want to make it 100% clear. Nothing I've said is bait. Nothing I've said is a troll. It's all genuine. I think this is by far and away the best and most innovative album of the year. Yeah, and probably will be for the rest of the year. So
Okay, I don't. Okay, all right. Let's just self-sabotage. All right, here we go.
I'm not wrong, chat. I see the messages. I'm not wrong.
When we talk, I'm never wrong.
Oh,
And if we don't fight, it won't last long.
bro, this sounds like a Nokia commercial. You can't be serious. The sound of this shit is terrible.
If this sounds like a Nokia commercial, then damn, I have to move to America because I've never heard a Nokia commercial in my life like this, and I
Oh
would
my
love to if this
God.
is how good it sounds where you live.
Oh my god.
When you need me most, I'll miss that flight. It's avoidable, all the chances to be better than I was before you and me. Now we're at the part where you'll hate what you see. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Shut up, Static. You also like this album. I'm a straight white male from the depths of the South, and I give you the pass to hate on this Watermarks album. Wow. Thank you for that.
So I drive my car and crash into your garage to get away from you. Also sabotage. If you like when we talk, I'll dislocate my jaw. What the fuck is wrong with me? What the fuck is wrong with me? I'll piss you off and ask what's wrong. And your reason's not good enough. No, no, I want this to work so bad.
I thought we already listened to the new Owl City album. Nah, this is a new one.
And break them to see what you say. And then I'll be upset when you're mad for the day. 'Cause you put on makeup and I'm
Thank you,
still
Jim.
in bed. What the fuck is wrong with me?
'Cause everything comes back to you. Mr. Super Chat. Oh yeah, I see it. I just didn't respond, but I saw it. Thank you. Peggy can cry into a mic and it'd be more innovative. Oh my god.
What the fuck is wrong with me?
What if I want to have sex?
Oh, I can already tell what's going on with this one. I thought the sound of that song was so bad, it was so nauseating, it was so sickening that it didn't matter what the song was about. Because again, I am following along with the themes, but good God, do I think the music is agonizing. It's a red headphones.
Dog.
Brad, do you see the stream? What did you do to the stream title? Oh no.
I can't believe you
Oh.
kissed my voice Static like that.
Paruko
Static
and
is the goat.
Legoshi reaction featuring Brad Taste in music? Excuse me? Featuring Brad Taste in music? Excuse me.
We're the main highlights here. Some would say the better critics.
I mean, I can fix that easily. Here, I'm just gonna kick you guys out of the stream. It's all right. All right, we'll just go back.
No.
Oh, what's that? What's that I hear? Huh? It seems that you guys have, it seems that you. I'll tell you what. I'll let you say, all right, but you have to tell me your honest opinion on the song, okay? On that previous song, all right? Paruko, you first.
Self-Sabotage is a great song in my opinion. Actually,
Okay, and we're kicking out Paruko. All right, first.
Fuck. Don't gaslight me into falling for your lies.
All right, Legoshi. All right, you're up next.
You want my opinion on that last song?
Your honest opinion on that song, okay?
My honest opinion is it is a geniusly written and composed song that...
Oh, damn. It seems like we've lost connection to our guests, you guys. That's so unfortunate. Oh, man. I'm sorry. We're going to have to continue without them. It seems that they have a bad... Hey, no, 1984! Hey, there's just been a connection issue, you guys. A connection issue. All right? It's unfixable as my internet has stopped working. George Orwell. Oh, they're back. Oh, they're back.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Sorry, guys. You know how it is. I need you guys for the ratings. Unfortunately, my channel can't afford another major controversy. So, wait, am I not muted?
No, we can
hear you.
Okay. No, wait. You can hear me? Wait, can the chat hear me?
Yeah, chat.
The chat heard what I just said.
Stream.
They heard what I said.
Yeah,
I didn't mute.
I can hear you. You can hear us. Everyone can hear us.
Chad, listen, that was supposed to be between me, Legoshi, and Paruko, the whole controversy thing, okay? Listen, all right? You guys got to believe me. There was no intent behind any of that, all right? Hey, no cameras! Hey, shoot! Hey, no cameras! Yo, get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Hey,
I got to evacuate.
Hey, Ned, I see your super chat. Another album I do want Brad to listen to is for sure Unhappy Refrain. You know? I say we all get Brad to listen to Unhappy Refrain eventually.
That's a good question. My answer would probably be 1,000 Suns by Linkin Park.
We just gotta wait for Brad to get back now.
Yeah. Do you listen to any good music, says Alex Hackle. Yeah, I do. We're listening to it right now, actually.
One of my favorite albums is The Money Store.
Next song, Ritual. You want to explain this one?
Yep. So this song is going all the way back into just like a really dark side of the album, and it is much more self-reflective and like analytical of your own behavior, and looking at how the negative aspects of yourself when you're growing up link back to childhood trauma and like emotional abuse inflicted on him by, again, the whole religious themes and like cycles of occult-like behavior that drag people down. It kind of compares that experience to being subject to like a ritual or a sacrifice, and how unfair it is that when you're at your most vulnerable in your childhood, you're often subject to the worst kind of things that shape the worst parts of you when you grow up, and just that being like a cycle. And in the chorus, he's just kind of like now desperately pleading for freedom and relief from this thing that's just dragging him down and bleeding him out.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Ritual.
Before I get married.
Well, I guess you just have to be prepared to die.
DJ Khaled, we the best! Who we know?
Oh my god, is it international superstar and well-acclaimed artist Lil D, but not Lil Dicky? There's like this horrific fuzz on the vocals going on throughout this entire song to make them as annoying as possible.
I think it's a really cool touch.
When do they stop tuning their instruments and play the music?
That is the music.
DJ Khaled!
Minor child needs a bulletproof vest and a phone that can't text in 20 years rest. From the bomb shelter, but a bell for the stress, never know what's next. Superwoman clothes on.
Oh my god!
She goes wrong, gotta clean my front lawn off. Superwoman clothes on, in case she goes wrong, gotta clean my front lawn off.
That was basically Corpse meets MGK meets Bro Step.
Okay, no.
Headphones.
Literally, give me one MGK song that sounds.
Give me
even
one
vaguely like
MGK song. Give me
this.
one. I'll give you one that's
begging
mixed
you.
as poorly as that. It's got to be the self-titled song off of mainstream Sellout.
What?
I love this song.
That was horrible.
This is one of
Probably
the
my-
best songs of the year by far.
One
It
of
is
the
It's probably one of my favorite
mind-blowingly
songs of the year
out
so
there.
far.
The level of experimentation and songwriting is
Experiment,
just
bro.
so
That was
skillful.
throwing shit at the wall. That was
I would
so
give it an
annoying and
Well, then,
awful.
you know, so is Black Country New Road.
Oh, I would give this song like almost a 10, honestly. It's one of my favorite songs of the year so far.
As easy
The song
red
is-
headphones. No,
The song
no,
is
no
flawless
question.
and so unique.
You're
it
a
doesn't
red
sound like anything else at the
headphones.
moment.
I just like the easiest red headphones I've given.
This is your
as
biggest
it
L
was
yet, Brad.
so
I'm being quite
disgusting.
honest. This
I'd
is
rather
actually
listen to
amazing.
the
I would
new
really-
I'd rather listen to the new Mid-Talica album than be subject to that again. All right.
No, what the fuck?
Just to get serious for a moment, I would like really appreciate if chat could stop telling me I'm trolling and like making shit up. I don't appreciate it. Like I'm not like lying here, so
I find it funny how the entire time chat was saying this is a Demon Dice type song, but the song actually reminded me of a Mori Calliope song. When I first listened
Would that
to
Maury
it.
Calliope song be Huge W?
No, it's Wanted Wasted.
yeah. hmm They can still hear me on stream, by the way.
All right. I had to mute. I had to talk to the soldiers real quick. All right. I'm bribing them. Yes, I am bribing them.
You can't make me not like this album.
Hold on, you guys. I got to
Ritual's
mute
one
again.
of the best songs of the year. He's literally trying to get us to silence. He's trying to silence. He's trying.
No,
he's trying
guys.
to silence us right now.
Guys, that is not true at all. That is literally not true. I did. Tell him what I said, okay? Tell him what I said. The nice words I was saying to you.
He literally
He was-
started whispering to us. You can't tell them about the fact we're bribing you. On
Okay,
stream."
guys. Oh, we're having connection issues, you guys. Oh, that's so unfortunate. No cameras. No cameras. This is a setup. I don't
It's not a
appreciate it.
setup.
This is a setup. Saul! Chicanery! Okay, next.
Anyways, Ritual's good. You're just wrong. You're just a hater.
Fuck about it with Black Bear. How are you gonna defend this piece of shit? I already know this is gonna suck. I ain't gotta listen. It's Black Bear. The dude is 32
how do you know
years
if you've
old.
not heard it?
He's
How do you know if you
32
haven't heard it?
years
You're
old
just being a
making
hater.
music. Like you could defend MGK Legoshi, but there's no way you could defend Black Bear's newest album. That thing was such.
It was a really good
album
album because considering his roots in like his local emo and hardcore scene, it felt like a very genuine attempt to get back in touch with what started him out in music.
All right, explain this song. Fuck about it.
So, this is kind of like a cool down moment after that like blistering aggression on the previous track, and is just like demanding for agency and space back and the ability to just kind of feel like his own person, while criticizing his partner refusing to ever actually tackle these issues that they're causing in the relationship, and instead just substitute the chance for improvement with really empty, unintimate sex that just drags him further and further into like cold misery and like a state of like sinfulness, which is obviously antithetical to the whole religious savior kind of thing he was looking for initially at the beginning of the record.
Okay, fuck
it kind of like it like if Funeral Grey like suggests the idea of rebirth, then this is kind of like dying again in a way. There's like a point which sort of alludes to Jesus being dead for 3 days as being on his own. So
Ned just sent in $1,000, bro. It's not what the. Wait, did you just send in 2 album requests for $1,000 before I even? What the fuck?
Wait, is one of those fucking albums what I think it is?
There's Linkin Park and Wawoka.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah, look at. Oh my god, you seem excited about that.
What?
Oh shit. Oh yeah, it is that album. Holy shit. What's up, Paruko? You want to be a part of that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Fuck about it. Okay, why is it?
I like you, but
Ah! No!
space. I like you kind of far away. It's not hard to kill a day looking at your face. I like you need some room. Been giving me your attitude. It doesn't always stay that way. I hate the aftertaste. I don't wanna leave you hanging on, but when we fight, it's like a marathon. Give me 3 days alone. Yeah.
Why'd they add trap beat? Bro, also, what is going on with this song? You see this shit? It's already Okay, I hate the sound of this so much, and the only reason it sounds this fucking awful is because Black Bear's on this song. Just straight up.
But he hasn't released the song yet.
You asked about it earlier? I didn't even see. Regardless, Ned. I mean, the answer is yes, so. What is going on with these lyrics?
How so? What do you?
I don't know if you're watching the stream, but they are just like the song is fucked right now.
Oh, on Spotify, I zoned out. Sorry.
Oh, whoops! I skipped this part.
Like the 7th day up in a row. You've been doing silly things like checking who I follow.
I'm only human after
but I just
all.
wanna be all alone tonight. And it's alright, I won't lie to you, but sometimes when we fight, it's like scars on my wrist when I think about the shit that we did to one another, baby. We can talk about it later if you want. It's all we ever really do when something's wrong. Cause you don't seem to like it when we talk. I guess I'll see you later, see you later. We can talk about it later if you want. Because we never fix the problems that we got. Baby, you don't seem to like it when we talk. I guess I'll see you later, yeah.
Bro, is this supposed to be the guitar solo?
What does that mean?
What?
What do you mean? Is that supposed to be the guitar solo?
It literally sounds like a garage band plugin.
It's not.
I know it's not, but it sounds like it. Is that
You
not a
sound
valid?
like a GarageBand plugin.
What if I
you can't
am,
really
huh?
expect like.
But it sounds shit. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just saying.
I don't wanna leave you hanging on, but it's kinda hard to miss who's never gone. Give me 3 days alone, yeah. We can fuck about it later if you want. It's all we ever really do when something's wrong. Cause you don't seem to like it when we talk. I guess I'll see you later. We can fuck about it later if you want. Because we never fix the balls that we got. Baby, you don't seem to like it when we talk. I guess I'll see you later. Yeah, we can fuck about it later if you want. It's all we ever really do when something's wrong. Cause you don't seem to like it when we talk. I guess I'll
okay.
see you later.
Fuck about it is the, I'd say, if, because I know that what's it called? Funeral Grey, was that the one that was released to be the big smash radio single? Because this feels like the most watered down. Just I think it just sounds, I think it personally sounds like straight dog cheeks, but it also is an improvement because it's not trying to be experimental. It's just trying to be catchy and has some moments where I'm like, you know what, it is kind of catchy. It's a red headphones, but I don't think it's nearly as bad as like Ritual. All right.
Yeah, the song isn't trying to be like as all over the place as Ritual. It's kind of supposed to be like a cool down moment to contrast with that. Because if you did 2 of those songs back to back, it would kind of like reduce the impact.
So is it going to get crazy again after this song?
This next one, not quite, but then the finale, yes.
All right, Paruko, how do you defend this Black Bear track that sounds like it was made specifically to play in the background of Spencer's?
I think it's a good song. I don't think Black Bear was actually bad on this song, and I actually don't usually like Black Bear, and I think he usually ruins most songs he's on.
I will agree, Black Bear was not the worst part of that song. At least we can agree on that. Okay.
But I also think it's actually a pretty decent song. I thought it was catchy. I thought it was a pretty decent tune. I think you're just overhating. I think you just don't have good opinions. You listen to Swans. That's a massive L.
Hey! Swans is good music, okay?
Swans is music for people with no personality.
That is not true at all. That is literally not even close to true, okay? I feel like this is closer to people with no personality who try to make it up with face makeup.
I'm gonna say it. Swans is just slowed and reverbed Arctic Monkeys.
Why Arctic Monkeys? You want to explain?
Look, I've had people show me bits of their albums, and like, if you put that shit on like 5 times playback speed, it's just anything by Arctic Monkeys.
I fell asleep during a Swans song. That's all I'll say.
Their music is so lifeless and devoid of any kind of emotional weight or impact.
Not capping, by the way. Not capping. Just to clarify. No emotional impact on Swans. None.
Yeah, genuinely. I've listened to soundtracks for the blind, and I just remember walking out of that thinking it felt like directionless meandering that was attempting to be avant-garde for the sake of it rather than actually be genuine or emotionally compelling or captivating.
To be fair, you aren't blind.
Yeah, that's true, but, you know.
Next song, Closer. Or Closer? I assume?
Closer.
Okay, explain this one.
So, this is the second last track, but in some ways kind of feels like the conclusion of the album's storyline. At this point, things have just kind of come to an end, and the song revolves around the hook of I need you closer or I need this over. And it's sort of like worrying if you're to blame for the demise of this once really meaningful connection, even though that's just the result of gaslighting. There's a lot of uncertainty on just kind of like, how have I fallen right back to the same spot that I was at the beginning? And in a lot of ways, it's just kind of like comparing that to the religious faith that he lost at the beginning of the record, and how this person that kind of saved him in that low point has just turned up equally as toxic, and him needing to push them away and cut them off just as they were being neglectful and distant to him. And a sentiment of like, I got what I wanted, but at what cost? Because now he's on his own again.
So one thing I'm going to say about this album so far is, while I really don't like the sound, there's a couple of huge things that I think it did very much right. One, I actually think the pacing is great. And the fact that these songs are quick and they get the idea across and they don't need to meander and stick around for very long allows this to feel like a more complete experience, if that's exactly what it's going for. Like you're saying, it's a concept. But I feel like it's very quick and concise with these ideas, also to the point of where it is easy to bunch them together and come together and look at this as like a full collection of songs and say, yeah, this works as, like, I guess you could say a bookshelf of where the band's at right now. If it is like the last 5 albums are all just supposed to be like reflecting a certain color or whatever, I think they did a good job exploring a certain sound on this to where I can say that I know distinctly what this album feels like.
Yeah, it's all over the place and like does a lot of things, and yet knows in a really creative and clever way how to tie them together and make them feel cohesive. Like, despite the diversity, there's not a moment on this album that feels like it is out of place. It's you know, it's just very, it walks that like really hard to manage line of being innovative and crazy and, oh, we can do all these things, but also being able to be tightly knit and woven together in like a very complementary way, where every song adds to the next and the one before it in like a big cycle.
This is a cursed stream. It is. All right, here we go. All right, closer.
DJ Khaled, we the best. Who we know.
Nothing stays the same. I feel love a different way. Yeah. So I contemplate the change. I got my space, but what I pay for you? Cause I love you, or I want to, but I don't know how. Because I need to really feel you, or running around. Because I love you, or I want to. Is it easy now? You only hit me in the evening when I'm all stressed out. I need you closer, or I need it over. Either I need you closer, or I need it over. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that synth weak as shit.
It's kind of supposed to sound defeated and like tired. That's the intent.
Okay.
There's nothing left to let go.
Wow, Fantano, ARTV, and Spectrum Pulse all in one video. This is one for the ages.
Maybe in another life we can try to get us right. No, no, no. Because I love you, or I want to, but I don't know how. Because I need to really feel you, but we're running around. Because I love you, or I want to. Is it easy now? You only hit me in the evening when I'm all stressed out. I need you closer, or I need it over. Either I need you closer, or I need it over. Cause you're the holiday I celebrate too late. You're the ice I gave up trying to captivate.
Which Swans album should you start with? According to Legoshi, none. Start with To Be Kind. It's the most explosive and exciting. Brad, you gotta be honest. This is the best song so far. I don't know if it's close. It's just the slowest song so far. It doesn't automatically make it the best. Oh, this is so cliche, dude.
You're so cliche.
Cliche says the guy who likes swans.
Hold on a second. Waterparks, 2 million monthly listeners. Swans, 200,000 monthly listeners, alright? I rest my case. Alright, you want to talk about cliche? There you go.
Yeah, but like...
I can't believe...
Yeah, coping, yeah. Cope.
I can't believe Swans has less monthly listeners than Mori Calliope. That's sad. That's an L.
It says a lot.
I thought Closer did exactly what it's designed to do. It put me to sleep at the end of the album. It's the red headphones.
Dog.
What do you have to say about that, you two?
I think the song is beautiful and heartbreaking. Having like been, not to like get dark, but like having been subject to the kind of like neglect and like emotional abuse and religious trauma that a lot of the album discusses, I find that this is a really poignant way to like bring things to a penultimate moment of reflection, and the whole album just kind of like really wraps up these themes in a really touching way that feels like it isn't just dipping its toes in the water, but knows how to like really go all in and like be confessional and genuine feeling about it. And this song is no different.
Actually, pretty good explanation. I really respect that. All
I
right.
can't one up that explanation. All I'll say
That was
is
really good, yeah.
I want to be closer with you.
I want to be closer to the end. Excuse me? Let's move on to the next song.
I'm not joking, chat, for the 5th time.
A Night Out on Earth, final song here. And you say this kind of serves as like a bonus track, right?
Well, yes and no, because it is like the real ending of the album, but it's more so in the narrative that like, Oh, wait, are you playing the song? I just realized,
sorry. That's right. You have to explain. I forgot.
Yeah. So this is kind of like an epilogue that reflects on the whole experience of the story and the repeating cycles of finding and losing hope in your darkest moments. It has a lot of meta references to the band's history and discography. There are a lot of like Easter eggs in these lyrics that kind of won't make sense if you're not familiar with the band's previous work. But it kind of painstakingly draws parallels between the experiences and the kind of cold, selfish, disconnected state of existence that comes from being in a band and being seen as just a product to others who
guys, it loops just like Portals. Hold on a second. Does the album end looping just like Portals? Just like Kendrick Lamar? No? Oh, then they're trolling. Okay, never mind. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, so like it kind of like draws parallels between like the really like tedious tasks of being in a band and being seen by people in the industry as just like a product that pumps out music for someone to consume and just draining yourself emotionally, to being like, you know, the whole religious sacrifice kind of metaphors. The opening track has that whole Jesus won't text me back line that implies that he's like too far gone to be saved, but it's kind of up in the air, whereas this song has the line, Jesus hates my guts, now it's personal, which kind of confirms that he's disappointed and driven away everyone that once would have unconditionally welcomed him back. He like recognizes that maybe there's a chance he's not what people think he is and make him out to be, but because he's left with no other choice, he just kind of has to accept that this is what he's been turned into when he says, the glove doesn't fit, but I'll wear it anyway.
Okay. All right, well, let's see how the song ends up. Why is Chad here if they don't enjoy listening to other people's opinions about music? Bro, because they're just like me. They like causing havoc. Fight! I'll fight.
Am I missing out? Am I having fun? Is this just me or is it everyone? Desensitized the love I get is virtual. Now Jesus hates my guts, it's getting personal. It's a night out on earth. last one for a while, can't get worse. A night out on Earth, a night out on Earth. If I ever feel jealous, I'll just turn it into lyrics and I fucking sell it. And now when I get depressed, it makes songs after pain and direct and sing along till I get hit by Houston friends like you remember me. Some version I guess. Oh my gosh, just fucking tell me what you want about your brand. Will I make a post, shout it out, sure. Lemonade stand up. Oh come on man, we're bros. Look, I've known you forever, watch your little band grow. But now it's fuck you and everyone you know, and I'm gonna make sure you get it through your head before you go. See now I wear my red flags like a cape. Got superhuman strength when I fucking up a day. I'm coming in first, so wanna get away. Life gave me lemons, now I bleed lemonade. Yeah, now I wear my red flags like a cape. Get so fucking hot under all this shade. Everywhere I go, that's how the second parade. The cloth don't fit, but I wear it anyway. It's a night out on Earth, the last one for a while, can't get
Then off the thing go.
When I was in jail, I was low key. Shut up, disappointed that wrote me. Full workout, let go sleep. You are pretty, burying both feet. Make us know we got God with us.
Now it's turned into ukulele ass garbage.
I could drive my Lexus overnight back home to Texas. I could fall asleep in my old bed. Cause life got kinda hectic on the day I got my necklace. Now I just wanna fall asleep in my oh, it's a hell of a time. Was it left or was I right? I kissed a couple people in a week. Am I gonna go to hell in my sleep? Oh God, forgive me. I gotta hide everybody that I like. Did therapy 4 times this week from a break. For January 17th, I'm overthinking everything. A Capricorn with double horns like 666. But babe, I'm fucking dying for it. Up to me, don't wanna know anyone I know. 'Cause
You thought that tone change came from the soundboard?
it's getting hard to keep track of everything I keep up behind my back. This is a night out on Earth, just another night out on Earth. It's a night out on Earth, just another night out on Earth.
I'm gonna be the very best that no one ever was.
Is this just how shit goes?
Glad people are in agreement. This closer is okay. I don't actually hate it at all.
Lynn, I'm a natural glue, and I'm very stoked to have them on the phone right now. What's up? Hey, how's it going? Going good. How are you? I'm not doing too bad. No complaints on this.
This is a sample of their first ever interview from a decade earlier.
Everyone get stoked. Check out Waterparks. Thank you so much to Otto and Austin for calling in once again. This is Waterparks.
So I was walking on the street the other day. Honestly, the song's a strong shrug to a light smiley ball. I think it's actually alright. I think it's the first song on this album where it actually tickles the brain in a way that isn't annoying. I think it's one of the few moments where the angst actually translates into something that I think is palatable. So, yeah, I actually enjoyed that one. Better closer than closer. Yeah, I actually didn't
You
hate
are
that.
full of outtakes this stream. I'm gonna have a lot of issues with you going forward.
Yeah, well, you enjoy Demon Dice, so, you know, there's that. That being said, though,
Yeah.
I don't know when... I might literally, like, immediately after this just go right into listening to the Wowoka and not even take a break, because I already, like, I'm showered. I'm ready to, like, stream or whatever. You want to do that
I'm
after
here.
this? You're down?
I'm here.
I was
Legoshi.
going to say, did Ned send in the Linkin Park album too?
You want to be a part of that?
Well, I mean, that's my favorite album of all time, so yeah.
Wait, hold on a second. This has got to be... This is no coincidence, right?
That was what Ned asked.
Ned literally when you walked off, Ned sent in a super chat saying, "Hey, if there was 2 albums you wanted to make Brad listen to,
Oh
what
my
would
god, you're
what would they
right. Wait,
be?"
what the fuck? You're right.
And then I said "Unhappy Refrain" by Waka, and then Legoshi said the Linkin Park album.
Literally scripted. Literally scripted. Okay, so looks like you two aren't going anywhere after this. All right, so and that is the end of the Waterparks album, and I'm going to say this. I hated the sound of this one, but I actually feel like I learned a lot about the band, and I got a lot of really nice history thanks to Legoshi. I feel like the one thing about this that isn't subjective, which is like the history and meaning behind all this shit, is probably the only thing about this that I'm kind of leaving with, as I don't think I'm going to be revisiting this, but it's actually quite a valuable piece, and I'm very glad that you were involved in this video. So I want to thank you so much for giving that context. I really appreciate it, and I would hope can we give a round of applause for Legoshi for being such a wonderful guest on this.
Thank you. I just
Shout out to Legoshi.
Thank you. I mean, like, obviously, as a big fan of this band, I'm kind of biased, but like, I do feel like even outside of that bias, there's a lot to be said about this band, even if you don't like their music, that you can have like a good discussion about them. And I just kind of wanted to bring attention to that, especially given like the way that, for me personally, this album has really hit home in an incredibly intensely emotive way, relating to my own struggles with like religious trauma, hypersexuality, emotional abuse, and such. I think that there's just a lot to be said here that deserves to have light shedded on it, and it's meant a lot to me these last few days listening to it, and I just really appreciate the chance to have like shared that with the chat.
Realistically, if you weren't here, I would have missed out on basically everything, and I would have only judged it on the sound. Realistically,
this band
so
is kind
I
of
do
like
appreciate that.
This band is kind of like unashamed to, like, I don't want to say that like you can listen to their music without context and be like, oh, it's a catchy song or it's a bad song, but like in terms of like the themes and ideas, you really do kind of have to have like the full picture. And some people might say, oh, well, that's not a good thing because I don't want to do homework before listening to music. But I think that's what makes them such an exciting and just really important band within the world of rock, because they do the things, they say the things, they express the things that other contemporaries in their scene would never even dream of considering.
What about you, Paruko?
I think it's a good album. I'm not like as big as a Waterparks fan as Legoshi is. I've only really heard Greatest Hits and this album. I've only heard Greatest Hits like once. But like when listening to this album, I thought it was really fun. I thought it was really great. I really enjoyed the context Legoshi gave me when we did the listening party a while back. And yeah, I just think it's a good album. I think you're factually wrong on a lot of things, but you know, that's just you. And I just have to get used to that, you know?
All right, what would you give this album overall? Well, so I know Legoshi would give it a 10. I know that already. So, Paruko, what about you?
8.5 out of 10.
All right, and for me, it's a 2.5 out of 10.
Wow, 2.5 out of 2.5? So true, so true.
Here's my review. I said, great context behind the project. It means a lot to the band, and it was cool hearing about it. I mean, I hate how it sounds, but still cool.
My only hope is that, like, you know, this review doesn't incite the drones in the chat to, you know, go review bomb it. But, you know, I appreciate that you yourself gave it a chance. And for the people in chat who weren't just regurgitating the same unfunny three
Which
jokes,
I want to mention, like, the
bait,
mods.
bait.
The mods, for sure, were, like, really giving everything a chance, and I loved seeing that.
I like knowing most of the mods and like also spotting a few other friends of mine in chat. I just want to say like a huge thank you to everyone, because like you guys were holding it down like it was D-Day or something out here. So
shout out to Joshua for really holding things down.
Shout out to everyone, really. And for the people who like were open-minded, who don't know anything about this album or band, and like at least gave me a chance to listen without just being like, oh, you're reaching. The people who didn't do that, you know, shout out to you. Thank you for being receptive and at least giving it a chance, even if it didn't turn out to be your kind of thing.
All right, and with that, hold on. Angel says, I adore this album as a whole, regardless of what you think. I still think it's their best record, and I'm happy you covered this on stream. Thank you so much for this, and thank you, Legoshi and Paruko, for being here. Hell yeah.
And thank you very much for that. That's a really nice message.
All right. Yeah. Let's do an outro. Let's all just say bye at the same time. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Swan sucks, Waterparks
Hey,
better,
fuck
bye.
you, Legoshi.
Dream Shitty Gamino.